Hello gamers! The Reverse 1999 patch 1.3 is finally here, and we are checking out the two new playable characters named Kaalaa Baunaa and Kanjira. Kaalaa Baunaa is an extremely powerful single target mineral DPS character, and Kanjira is a poison based plant type character. A quick thank you is in order to our sponsor Mor Pankh for keeping us up to date with the game. Now let's get this preview going. Kaalaa Baunaa is a very unique damage dealer that excels against single targets. Initially, her kit is a bit challenging to get used to, but with some strategy and planning, she becomes a game changer. If played correctly, she can consistently pump out damage with extra penetration by having Saturn planets and divination or self-sustain. With Mars planets and alongside her full moon and other divinations, she is gonna be a crazy character to play. While the character itself is naturally strong and works well without any dupes, she gets a huge boost from having a single dupe at Portrait 1, because she will able to carry 4 more planets on her. When I mention planets, it's these 4 orbs around our character. I will go into details about it later when we read her skill kit. Kaalaa Baunaa is a very strong character, but she may not be for everyone because of the complexity of her kit. If you're willing to learn how she works and invest on the resources to level her up, then she will become one of the strongest DPS mineral characters of the game. Alright, let's take a look at her skill set now. First, let's start off with the Enchanted Strike. One target attack deals 180% mental damage after activate casting against one Saturn that grants penetration rate of 6%. Up to 4 planets can be carried. So Saturn is the yellow orb around the character. So the higher level you combine these cards, the more planets you will get. But from what I hear, it's better to just cast them at 1 orb each. And if you're lucky, you can get like 2, but you know, dragging and combining the cards are not really that worth it from what people have been telling me from the Chinese version. And then we have the second skill over here, which is Mythical Meteors. Mass attack deals 135 mental damage to 2 enemies after activate casting against 1 Mars that grants leech rate. So this one gives you life leech. It's an AoE skill that will give you life leech planets, and the planets will be Mars, so that will be a red color planet around your character. Lastly, we'll look at her ultimate. One target attack after removing all the planets that's your character, the 4 planets around revolving our character. It will deal 600% mental damage and gains 2 full moon that grant incantation might 6% each. Up to 4 planets can be carried. So furthermore, she will get stronger and stronger every round the more you play her. It's kind of crazy, right? Wow. But it's gonna be hard to play her because you have to revolve around you have to play around Saturn and Mars. And not only that, you have other divinations that you have to work with. So you have full moon divination and empower incantation, and you have so much planets. But once you master her, she's gonna become a super powerhouse in the game. If you want to make use of her, you should go for Portrait 1. Her other portraits are also extremely powerful, but that should be out of reach unless you have saved a lot of pulls, or you want to whale out and just you really like this character and you want to go all the way to her max. So at Portrait 1, she gets up to 4 planets, which is shown earlier. Ultimate Perfection's effect changes to gains 3 full moon after casting the ultimate. If at least 3 full moon are removed, gains empowerment incantation. When a round begins, 2 random incantations gain 1 star. And then we have Enchanted Strike. The effect changes to each Saturn, grants penetration rate of 9% at 1, 2, and 3 stars. So this buffs up the Saturn skill, and the 4th one buffs up the life leech skill. And then at maximum limit, we have Ultimate Perfection effect changes to gains 4 full moon that grants incantation might plus 9. That's huge, but that's a little bit out of reach for free to play players, unless you will it out, or you've been saving since like day 1 and you get super lucky. Kaalaa Baunaa has 4 recommended Psychubes. Luxurious Leisure. After the carry casts a single target ultimate, damage dealt increased by 5%. This effect is stackable up to 3 times. And then we have Thunderous Applause. When the carrier's 1 target attack scores a critical hit, critical damage 16%. Tomorrow also. When the carrier casts an ultimate, critical rate 10%. So most of her Psychus revolve around her ultimate. With that said, my favorite choice would be the Carrot of a Heart. When the round ends, if the carrier gains at least 3 Moxie in the round when casting the next ultimate might 8%. If the carrier gains at least 4 Moxie in the round, this effect is increased by 12%. And then the maximum level of this would be, it would give these stats at level 60 and maximum limit break. The ultimate might will be 16% and it'll increase up to 24%. Ooh, that's very juicy, right? Now, let's look at her resonance. At resonance 9, this is my loadout for my resonance 9. And if you're looking for recommended for resonance, and if you're looking for resonance level 10, here's the recommended loadout for it. Alright, so this is Kanjira. Let's take a look at her skills. Hey Punji. One target attack deals 150% mental damage and inflicts poison status on the target for 2 rounds. When the round ends, deals the caster's attack for 30% Genesis damage. If the caster is in Emerald Fortune status, then inflict 1 additional poison status of the same type to the target. And it seems like the damage only goes up the more you combine these cards. And then let's take a look at her attack. Oh, Divination. One target attack deals 200% mental damage. If the caster is in Pearl Fortune status, inflicts 1 additional stack of Confusion to the target. Ooh, Confusion is a very nice stat to play around with. And the damage goes up 500, that's huge. Alright. As for her ultimate, Song of Wandering. A spacious caravan and the beautiful posters. Punji, bring them along. The day will come when she sets off. Mass attack. Deals 300% mental damage to all the enemies. This attack enjoys ultimate might 10%. If the caster is in Agitate Fortune status, gains an additional might of 15%. Okay, this card is pretty cool. I wonder if she talks in her native language. Let's have a look.
क्या? नहीं पुंजी, तुमने सच में ये सुना है? ओह, इसके लिए कोई अपनी दौलत से ठगा जाने वाला है.
Oh, that's so cool. She talks in her own native language.
Namaste, stupid heads.
Alright, timekeepers, that should be it for today's quick video. I just want to thank you all for sticking around until the end. Are you guys going to try to pull for Kaalaa Baunaa or Kanjira? Or do you think their kit is a little bit too complicated for your taste? Make sure to let me know in the comments section. And be sure to check out Reverse 99 using the link below. And I will see you all next time. This is your brother, Steparu, out.